Good morning, everybody. What an exciting night when we went to see the famous show Love yesterday from Cirque du Soleil. I think we were all inspired, and looking at the faces of everyone at the venue, I think it was quite interesting. And then it made us again remember that we're there in skating. We're here to have serious business, but also to have fun and to enjoy it. So thank you again to US Figure Skating for such an opportunity, because it was quite inspiring. And as we saw, even on the T-shirts of the show, "Let It Be," and then all those songs reminded us again that we're here together to make things happen and for the future. So yesterday, when we So let's have another exciting day, I would say. The first thing that I would like to present to you today in this meeting is to clarify, because yesterday there were a lot of questions, the voting guidelines on how we're going to operate today. I will do this right away, and then after that we will proceed with the roll call, because you will see how it will be a little bit more clear and it will be more transparent, and then we'll be able to kind of move forward with it. I will take the time to read it, so you have the paper in front of you, and we have here on the screen, you can see it as well. I will start with the voting guidelines for the figure skating branch meeting of June 13, 2024, and after I will talk about the secret ballot as well, okay? So the way we're going to proceed, and I would like everyone to really pay attention, to be silent, to really be clear on the process, so that we will have to come back, and then it will be, understood by everyone. First, we will have two voting scrutineers, one from ISU member representative and one member of the ISU disciplinary commission. They will be selected to supervise the voting process and counting the votes. At the roll call, each member, when called, is kindly requested to come to the table of the chair for collecting the three voting sheets, green, red, and white, the famous one that we know, and one voting sheet for the case of a secret vote. When voting, each member is requested to stand up, showing the green or the red or the white card, and remain standing until the chair will have stated, "Please sit down." For each of the sitting blocks, there will be two ISU staff persons. Sitting blocks mean there at the extreme here, okay? There will be two ISU staff persons counting the votes of that block individually from each other. And in case the numbers they count are different from each other, when a recounting must be done. Once both have the same number, the number is passed over to the further staff member, who collects the numbers communicated from all sitting blocks and adds them under supervision of the voting scrutineers. The aggregate number of all votes is communicated to the chair. Only after having received the aggregate number, the chair will communicate the number of yes, against, and abstain votes, as well as whether the motion/objection was adopted or rejected. The same procedures applies for all further rounds of votes. At the end of each vote, the scrutineers sign a paper prepared by the figure skating sports director containing the number of yes, against, and abstain votes. So that's the procedure, the regular procedures. Now, let's talk about the secret ballot procedure. The voting box will be located in the speed skating session room. Each member will be called in alphabetical order to enter the voting room. In case of a second secret vote, the ballot will be provided when the ISU member's representative enters the voting room. The vote will be anonymous. When entering the room, the accreditations of the ISU members' representative will be checked. The ISU legal advisor will be present to control the correct procedures while each ISU member representative proceeds with the voting. Once all votes have been collected, the ISU legal advisor will proceed with the counting in presence of 2 scrutineers, one from the ISU member representative and 1 member of the ISU Disciplinary Commission. The result will then be announced to the Congress and the ballot sealed in an envelope. So these are the procedures that we will use today for the meeting. I would like to ask to identify who would be those 2 scrutineers. So I know for the Disciplinary Commission, we have someone, Mr. Lasser? Lasser, yeah. Mr. Lasser will be one of the scrutineers. And then I would like to ask the member if you would like to identify, someone to be a scrutineer. Just for your information, it can be someone from, it doesn't prevent anyone to vote. It's just that if it's someone that on the delegation is not the one voting person, that's the only thing we need to require. So it allows everybody to vote normally. So do we have any volunteer that would be, would go and would be one of our scrutineers? Yes, can you come to the, yes, with him? Okay. Oh, it's Troy Goldstein? Okay. From US. Norway? No, we'll take 3? Okay. We'll take 3. We'll take another one. So we have someone from Norway. Mona? Okay. So that will be 3 scrutineers. Perfect. So now let's go back to where we left yesterday, okay? We are discussing the package of the technical package for single and pair. Okay, we still have on the table 2 proposals that are asked to be objected with objections. And one of them is for a secret vote, which was one. The 2 that we still have to really come with it, it's the 241 and 245. And for 241, I understand we had a request to go with a secret ballot. Yes, please.
Yes, we had a request for 241 and 245 for secret ballot. That request was made yesterday as there was unclear and untransparent processes on the voting. The chair has provided us today with a very clear, a very transparent and accountable guidelines on voting, both on the open vote and on the secret vote. We are quite happy, Ireland, to withdraw our request for a secret ballot on 241 and 245. However, we do reserve the right at a future date should we need to go to secret ballots.
Thank you very much. It's really appreciated. So, thank you again. We'll now proceed with the roll call as we stated in the voting process. So we'll go one by one, and I will ask, we have it here at the, Fabrice is at the front table here, and then we will distribute to everyone. So you will come at the front as we will acknowledge. I would like to make sure that when we ask for your presence or not, I want to hear it loud that you are here, because I don't want to wait just so that people will be at the table to kind of say, yes, they are there. So, okay? Once you have confirmed by yes that you are here, you can proceed and move on to the front table, at the front table. Okay. Andorra. Yes. Argentina. Argentina? Yes? Okay. Please come up to the table, yeah. Armenia. Yes, thank you. Australia. Yes. Austria. Yes. Azerbaijan. Yes. Belgium. Okay. Yes. Brazil. Yes. Bulgaria. Yes. Canada. Yes. China. Yes. Cyprus. Yes. Czech Republic. Yes. Denmark. Yes. Spain. Yes. Estonia. Yes. Finland. Yes. France. Yes. Great Britain. Yes. Georgia. Yes. Germany. Yes. Hong Kong. Yes. Hungary. Yes. Indonesia. Yes. India. Yes. Ireland. Yes. Iceland. Yes. Israel. Yes. Italy. Yes. Japan. Yes. Kazakhstan. Yes. Korea. Yes. Latvia. Yes. Liechtenstein. Yes. Lithuania. Yes. Luxembourg. Yes. Morocco. Yes. Malaysia. Malaysia? No, not present. Mexico? Yes. Mongolia? No. Monaco? Yes. Netherlands? Yes. Norway? Yes. New Zealand? Yes. Peru? Yes. Philippines? Yes. Poland? Yes. Russia? Yes. Singapore? Yes. Slovenia? Yes. Serbia? Yes. Switzerland? Yes. Slovak Republic. Yes? Yes. Sweden. Yes? Thailand. Yes. Chinese Taipei. Yes. Turkey. Yes, Turkey. Ukraine. Yes. USA. Yes. Uzbekistan. Yes. Chile. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, that completes over here. C'est-à-dire des proportions. Ouais. Ah ouais, on les met sur les combien? Ouais. Michael, yeah, we will confirm 58? Yeah, 58. And do we say anything about simple majority or not? I would like to confirm that we have 58 members present, voting members. So, to move on, we will move on to where we were at yesterday as far as the technical packages that we have. So, on the table right now, we are discussing the single and pair technical package, where we still had, two proposals that were asked to be, where we had objection. Before we would move on with this, I would like to ask the chair of the technical committee to address the assembly, please. Yes, Fabio.
Yes, thank you, Benoit. And just before the voting, we would like to say, you have also on your table, that we have proposed an amendment for the proposal 245. And just to clarify this amendment, it is that the choreo lift that is proposed to be in the well-balanced program will be implemented only after the Olympic Winter Game, so for the season 2026-2027. So the proposal remains the same, but these specific elements will be implemented only after the Olympic Winter Games. I have also another things to say, that after the vote and the following discussion of yesterday, and considering that the figure skating family is divided, especially about the timing of the implementation of the new technical rules proposed, we want to give the member the option to decide when implement these changes. Therefore, even if the committee thinks that immediate implementation would drive to a faster modernization of the program, like suggested by many coaches and athletes, we are presenting an amendment to let this decision to the member. So after the voting on the two proposals that are now on the floor, we will take a vote when to implement the whole package of proposals related to the well-balanced program. So if to implement it immediately or if implemented after the Olympic Winter Games. And this for the best transparency, because we want to have that this decision is taken by the majority of the Congress, and we are ready to accept the decision of the Congress about that.
Okay. So, what? Is there any question? Yes.
Good morning, Deborah Armstrong, Canada Figure. Can we please understand what the chair of the technical committee is just proposing? Are you proposing to reopen the decision yesterday on the previous proposals?
No, no,
No.
no.
The decision is taken just when to implement. So the decision is taken and it goes on the rule book. But when to implement it, if immediately or after the Olympic season, is left to the majority of the Congress.
Well, I would like to ask a question of the legal advisor because we do not understand the legal authority to do that. On what basis is this being proposed?
If you allow me to answer, the technical committee has the authority to indicate at which moment the respective proposal shall enter into legal force. Instead of doing so, they now transfer or delegate this competence to the full figure skating branch of the Congress. So they are, in principle, they are giving you the right to decide when the implementation shall take place. This is a normal motion procedure, which would mean that a simple majority will decide whether it shall have immediate effect or whether it shall enter beginning with the season 2026-2027.
With due respect, the proposal that was passed yesterday effectively implements the proposal upon acceptance by the Congress. So in our view, asking for a new implementation when it was clear that the implementation was intended to take effect immediately is either reconsidering the proposal, which we completely understand that the technical committee has the right to put forward on acceptance of 2/3 of the majority. We don't understand where the legal right to otherwise bring forward a new proposal is coming from, because this is a new proposal. Yesterday's proposal implemented the decision effective this season. So this is now a request for something new and different. It isn't an urgent proposal. It isn't an amendment. So we disagree that this is something that should simply be allowed to go forward. And if you could clarify the legal position of that, if you give us a rule, we'd appreciate it.
As I told you, the legal basis for this lies in the competence of the technical committee. Even if the proposal, which was, as I tried to explain to you yesterday, even if the proposal was as a whole package, not for the voting of the Congress, it was an authority of the technical committee together with the Vice President's board and the Council, according to the procedure of Article 11, paragraph 2. They could, for example, for any reason, any given reason, after the Congress determine that they cannot implement the proposal right now. This can happen at any given moment, and you know yourself we had the problem with the COVID-19 travel restrictions and security restrictions, which led to many such decisions. And this was to be done and could have been done because the authority for the decision-making lie with the respective body, in this case with the technical committee. Now, in order to have the usually and all the atmosphere we experienced yesterday evening on the figure skating and in the whole ISU family, they showed very flexible and showed flexible enough to say, to give what they could decide themselves, this power now to you, and to have it decided.
With due respect, we're looking at a proposal here that has been amended to include an implementation date. We're seeing this in 245. The technical committee has taken its authority to amend its original proposal to include an implementation date. The technical committee could have done that in respect of the proposals that were voted on yesterday. They did not do that. So in order for them to do that today, as they're doing here, there should be a vote to reopen the proposal from yesterday to allow an amendment for reconsideration. This is not COVID-19. This is something that's happened in 24 hours to change a decision.
No. This proposal was done here now as a future one. We saw the dissatisfaction of one member federation less than the majority. And this is a situation where we need to find a possibility to come to an agreement in the interests of peace within the whole ISU family. And I consider they did it legally correct, did it based on their authority. They could, of course, have done it earlier in the way as it is done here now for the future. This was not done so, but they offer the possibility to say, please decide and give us your vote. When do you feel to be ready to implement a new system?
With respect, this is an amendment to a previously voted on proposal. There is clearly a mechanism in the Constitution to permit this. It is a vote to reconsider a previously voted on proposal with an amendment by the technical committee. We can see no other legal authority for this.
I need respectfully to contradict. You do not vote on a proposal. You vote on objections.
Correct, you're correct.
Okay? And therefore, it doesn't matter. The proposal itself does not fall within your authority. Within your authority falls the objection. And this was decided yesterday. And therefore, this is legally correct, and I kindly ask you, usually there would be only two possibilities of talking.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I?
Karen O'Sullivan, Ireland.
Yes.
I have to agree with Canada that the process here is not being adhered to. We need to have clarification under which article this motion is being set to the floor. As Canada has stated, some of these proposals within the motion have already been voted on. The process, the Article 2 suggests that, no, my apologies, suggest is the wrong word. Article 2 tells us that any delayed implementation of decisions must be in the the printed agenda. These proposals, this motion is not for delaying, is not there in the printed agenda. Articles 11, paragraph 2, you're quite right, it gives the technical, we are not voting on the proposals, we are voting for objections. We all know that we have the facility to amend or put forward amendments, which is within the right of the technical committee, the vice chair, and the president or the council. That has to follow the correct protocol and regulations. Article 30, paragraph 7G, identifies the ability to reconsider something that has already been voted on. And this is the point Canada is making. We cannot amend until we go back and reconsider. I would recommend that, and I am sure it was intended by the chair of the technical committee, to quote Article 30, paragraph 7G, and ask for the reconsideration of these proposals that have been voted upon in order to open up the debate and discussion and then progress from there.
This is, unfortunately, I have to contradict. It's the same misunderstanding as we heard before. You do not deal with this provision because this provision, which you correctly quoted, deals with the proposal making. But the proposal is not on the agenda here. It is the objection, nothing more. And nobody can, for example,
The question is under which rule, which article, is this motion that has been distributed to us on the table being introduced to the Congress? We had...
Okay.
You can consider it as a motion from the floor.
It has
But
been a
this
motion
is,
promoted by the
motions
technical
from the
committee.
floors we had plenty of times in previous Congresses. And the real legal background is the authority of the Congress. And in this case, we have the authority of the technical committee. And the technical committee uses this and delegates the power to you. So what you in effect have on your table now is a motion from the floor.
And I'm quite happy to consider the motion from the floor, from the technical committee,
Yes.
but I need clarity under what authority that motion, what article, what rule, where do I go to get that, to remove my misunderstanding of the constitutional Article 30, Article 7, and Article 2.
So, Mrs. O'Sullivan, we hear we hear your question and the comments. You had some exchange. We will get back to make sure we answer your question. What I would like to do at this point in time, for the sake of the meeting, I will take one more comment, and then I will propose something for in the procedures of today of where we are at now.
Okay.
Not about that proposal, if you bear with me.
Yeah,
we will get back to
absolutely.
this. But if you agree, I will take one more comments from Mr. there from Italy, and then I will do a summary of what we will do next, and I think it will clarify a few things. Thank you, Michael, for the clarification as well. Yes.
Andrea,
Yes, Andreas.
I wonder how it's possible to make an amendment on a decision already taken and voted by the Congress. You cannot amend something that has already been voted. And I think the only way possible is to go back to vote again everything, putting the right choice, deciding which is the year in which the new law will enter in use. Because it's crazy to think to amend something that is being already voted. It does not exist in no one of the legal ordinament in the world. This is the first time I heard that in my life, and I think it's not acceptable at all, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What I would propose at this point in time, okay, we do not mix up everybody. I would like to kind of keep going with where we were at as far as the package, okay? I'm not talking about this proposal on the table. You know, I would like to remain on what we are supposed to do here first. The first thing we're not voting on a package. I'm going back to what I said yesterday. We have in front of us some technical rules that are accepted by the Council, Vice President, and everybody, so that this is a given. We are only looking at objections, okay? So to see if we have objections. I would like to finish that part of the process, which is according to the rules. I think it's clear with everybody that up to that point, when we are still in the process of coming up with explanations of these technical rules, what we have right now, we have an amendment related to some rules on the technical aspect of the rule, which is now explained. Only, we're not talking about implementation or anything about the proposal that the additional, that will come. I would like to discuss this after. Let's organize our packages to see as far as the content, if it makes sense, as it was presented in the agenda. Do you agree on this? to do it? Yes? Okay. So, what I would like to do, we have two objections still to deal with that technical package of the single and pair technical committee. It's for Rule 241. I would like to, again, what we're going to do, we're going to vote, okay, here, simple majority, to decide, okay, if 241, we want the objection, we want all of us here decided to say, does it stay in the package or does it going out of the package? Again, I'm telling you, we're going to explain again the colors. We have clarified the process of doing the voting, but before then, I want you to understand it's the same as yesterday. When I will ask the question about the objection that was made from Japan, okay, yesterday, unless Japan would have another, doesn't want to make it as an objection, but let's take it as we have one objection there. You will vote with a vote of simple majority if we keep it in the package or out the package. If you vote green, it means that you vote that this proposal will be out of the package and it will be goodbye, remember? Okay. So, if you vote red, it means that you want to keep the proposal 241 in the package as it was presented at the beginning. Okay? We're going to start with this motion first, this voting first, and then after that we'll move on to 245. I understand from Ms. O'Sullivan that there is no secret ballot anymore. You have accepted because of the way to proceed. It will be like a regular vote, as I explained earlier at the beginning of the meeting. All right? So now, are you ready for the question? All in favor of the objection related to proposal 241, meaning that you want it out of the package, please green card and stand up. Yeah. So remember, the new procedure is that you stand up, people who are voting green, you stand up and you stay up until I will tell you. We'll proceed on the counting now. You remain, again, people, instead of raising like yesterday, the green card, you physically stand up with your card up. Please, thank you. Until I will tell you to sit down. You can sit down now. Now? No? Okay, I'm sorry. My fault. Please stand up still. It's the first practice. So anyone in favor of this objection to remove from the package proposal 241, you stand up with your green card and you stay up, please. Thank you. Okay, I just want to make sure for transparency of the process, I'm going to repeat again. You stand up and you stay up, not sit down having another one standing up. It's one person, the person that has the card for your member. It's one person by member only. And then if you are voting in favor of this objection, you stand up, you stay up, you don't move. I'm not going to say we don't talk, but you stay up and then let us do the count, and then I will tell you when it will be time to sit down, but now you stand up still. Green cards. No way. Could you avoid maybe talking, because I think it's making a bit complicated just for right now, please? If we could remain just silent a bit. Thank you. Now you can sit down. Thank you. We'll do the same thing now with the red cards, meaning that people who wants to keep in the Rule 241 in the package, okay? So people who are voting red for keeping in the package Proposal 241. You please stand up, you don't move, you keep the card up, and then we'll tell you when it's time to sit down again. You are doing really well. We might dance by the end of the day, you never know. You can sit down now. Thank you. We'll do the same with the abstention. So anyone who wants to abstain from voting on this motion, please stand up with your white card. You can sit down now. Thank you. Yes. So the result of the voting for Proposal 241, the votes are green, meaning yes, 16 votes, no, 41 vote, and abstention, 1 vote, meaning the objection is rejected. It stays in the package. Now we'll continue with Proposal 245 that was on the floor yesterday. So is it still an objection? That just want to confirm everything's okay? Okay, so we move on to Proposal 245, same process. So I'm asking now, I'll be asking the question to ask the question will be that for who is in favor to the objection of removing from the package proposal 245, meaning that once the proposal, if it's voted that way, it means it will be out of the package and it's going to be finished. I have a question. Yes. You have a, yes.
Alexander Lakirnik, ISU Honorary Vice President. There is an amendment of the technical committee to the proposal. So first, we must vote on the amendment so that finally we accept or not accept the proposal with amendment or without amendment. The procedure is the same as it was before. As there is an amendment from the technical committee, this amendment should be discussed first.
Thank you. We're just clarifying. Thank you, Mr. Lakernik. Just to clarify one thing. Hold on. Okay, sorry, it took a little while, but I just wanted to confirm we don't have to vote because it's a technical rule. There are no votes that we're gonna make because the technical committee is allowed when we have the workshop to make the changes, the proposed changes, and it presented here, but without any motion of voting for or in favor, or against, or anything. So no, maybe that was a procedure that was in the past, but right now we clarified, and there is no vote required for the amended version of the proposal that was done because it's technical rules. It's not like a special regulations. So we'll move on with the question now, which is what I mentioned earlier. I will ask people to stand up with the green card if you want to proposal 245 to be out of the package and then not being considered anymore after. So people in favor of the rejection of that proposal 245, stand up with your green card.
Benoit. Sam Oxer, U.S. Figure Skating, we'd like to withdraw our objection to 245, if that helps.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, thank you so much, Sam. Really appreciate it. So the proposal is withdrawn. So right now, yes, thank you. The objection is withdrawn. Okay. Okay, so now we have a package, right? Okay, for single and pair, and I'd like to ask to give the Fabio to please give an explanation about the proposal. We're going to go now on the discussion for that proposal that was on the table. But so, Fabio, the motion. Yes.
So for the motion, we thought for transparency to give this possibility to the members to make to express their opinion and to make a choice. But because we are seeing that there is a lot of legal problem about that, and we do not want absolutely to make anything illegal or wrong, I mean, we were just giving an option to the Congress. We are ready to withdraw our motion and to finish now with the conclusion of the technical rules. So.
Thank you, Fabio.
Karen O'Sullivan, Ireland.
Yes?
Under Article 30, paragraph 7G, we would request and submit a motion to reconsider proposals 39, 239 and 240, which have already been voted upon. On reading this said article and paragraph 7G, and I hope I'm quoting the correct one, we would need 2/3 majority on this motion to readdress or to reopen the debate and discussion, as is the clear indication of the technical committee and the floor.
No, this cannot be granted because this provision of G is addressing proposals. And we are not dealing with the proposal, but we are dealing with objections. And objections are not covered by this provision. And the competence, the question you raised before, but it's now obsolete since due to the remarks the technical committee received, the competence of the technical committee to proceed as it did, they are based in Article 20, paragraph 3, functions of the technical committee, litera A, preparation, monitoring, and maintenance of the technical rules for single and pair skating, taking into account the input received from ISU members. They asked you for your input, and you declined. And this is now, I think we must now stay with the Constitution. We had offered you a legal possibility. You did not want to use this legal possibility. Now the technical committee withdrew. It's the decision of the technical committee, and the possibility is gone. And I kindly ask you not to complicate. We really did as much as possible to calm down, to find an agreement. But if you do not want, we cannot help you.
With due respect, the paragraph quoted identifies the word proposal. You're right, we're not looking at the rules, but I think the technical rules, what we are looking at under Article 11, paragraph 2 there, which you have referred to many times, is that we are looking at a motion that has been brought. All we asked was that this motion be considered. It was clearly identified that under the regulations we needed some venue or avenue in which to get there, which has not been provided with. Our request or submission cannot be dismissed because of an interpretation of a word that's in a regulation, in the article, based on the interpretation. We have many languages in this room. What we are asking or putting to the floor is a request or submitting a request which does require a vote. If the Congress chooses not to go down this route, fair enough, but I am trying to ensure we follow our own rules.
Okay, this is understood. I think it's clear. What we will do now, we will take a 5 minutes break, 10 minutes break, and we'll come back and we will recess and then we'll discuss this to come back to your answer. Okay, 10 minutes break. Thank you. everything. So what I would propose at this point in time, I would like to finish our packages. I know that we still have to answer the questions from the members, okay, that we had earlier this morning. We will, there is something that we will consider, so everything will be fine. But I would like to make sure that, first of all, we would complete the agreement on the packages as we have done so far, only on the technical rules, and I'll come back to you right after we finish the packages on the implementation and the questions that came from the members. Are you okay with that? So I think it will be in order of what we have to accomplish anyway today. So now we have completed the package for singles and pair. I would like to move on to the package of the ice dance technical rules. So Sean, do you have anything to present?
No, we have no additional changes or amendments to present.
Yes.
Ari Zakarian, Armenian Figure Skating Federation. I want to take it like this. Friends, dear ISU delegates, first of all, today, thousands of skaters are watching us, and millions of fans are also watching us. I'm still receiving messages saying, Ari, what's going on? We're a mess. We are in front of the world, and we are trying to make some decisions. I'm going to make it very short, sorry.
Ari, I'm sorry. I would like to remain on the business that we have now. Is your comment related to the technical package for ice dance? Yes or no? I'm just asking you the question.
I understand. Can I have only 1 minute?
No. I want to discuss all the things, but I would like to go in order to finish the technical aspect of our things we need to achieve today. So if you wouldn't mind, if it's not related, I will give you the time to speak. Don't worry. But I would like to make sure that your comment at this point in time right now is related to the technical package for ice dance. If it's not, I will ask you to keep it for later on, and I'll let you talk. Don't worry.
Once again, I'm representing the voice of the figure skating community. Please give me the voice when you are going to give it to me.
Yes, we'll finish it, and I promise, don't worry, you will have your time to speak, but I would like to stay only focused right now on the technicals if you're fine.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, there's nothing added by the technical committees. Is there any objection about the rules that are presented with the package for ice dance? Yes, please.
Mr. Vice President, Tarja Ristanen, Finland Figure. We put forward an objection to point 247 about the definition of a crossroll. Mm-hmm. In our view, the basic definition in the rule should be very clear-cut, outside, and then any other, the way that it is assessed, for example, how strictly in key points or for different age groups can be communicated through a communication.
Thank you. So we have an objection for proposal 247. And now, as far as the procedure, I will ask the members to I will ask the question. Again, yes?
Can I respond?
Yes, sorry.
Can I respond?
Yeah, please.
Okay, on behalf of the Ice Dance Technical Committee, just to share a little bit of insight on where you see this definition from the past and where it is now. So from the past years, especially in dances like the Paso Doble or the Argentine Tango, the current definition was utilized in a way for the key points by the coaches and skaters that diminished and actually made the cross-roll movement quite unaesthetic. And so years ago, I think we can trace it back to about 2019, that committee structure that I was a part of decided to address this concern to reevaluate and make the crossroll a crossroll movement yet again. So what we did is we created this definition that you now see, which is what we're putting into the official rules for this Congress. It has been in the communications for 5 years. The coaches and the skaters around the world have accepted this definition for about 5 years. So it's nothing new to them. It's nothing that changes the actual look and feel. In fact, it makes the crossroad even more aesthetically pleasing while still giving the ability for us to evaluate it as a key point correctly. A lot of times with this current definition, the old definition, let's call it, it was very, very difficult to even get a key point accepted. And our new definition allows the benefit for the skaters to achieve this key point as a crossroll, which is why we're putting it into the rules right now.
Thank you for the information. Does Finland maintain the objection? Okay, so thank you for the clarification. Now we will proceed with the question. As I said again earlier today, we will go with the new way we proceed. So it means that I'm asking who is in favor of removing proposal 247 from the package of the Ice Dance Technical Committee. And then if you vote that you're in favor to remove this proposal from the package, you will vote with the green card. And I'm asking the question now. Who's in favor to remove 247 from the package? Please stand up with your green card up, and then we will proceed with the count. Against, meaning that people who want to keep in the package proposal 247 as presented by the technical committee, you stand up with your red card and we'll proceed with the count. You can sit down. Do we have any abstention? If you abstain from, this question, please stand up with your white card, and we'll proceed with the count. Thank you. It's one. The objections. So here's the result. Thank you. You can sit down. Here's the result of the voting. So the objection is rejected, since we have as a vote yes to keep it, to take it out, it's 1. To keep it in, it's 56 with the no, the red cards, and 1 abstention. Thank you. Any other comments related to the Ice Dance Committee package that was presented? No more objections? Okay. We move on now to the synchronized technical committee with their package of the rules. So is there any question, any comments related to that package presented by the synchronized technical committee? So no more comments. So Philippe, do you have anything to add or no? Okay. Okay, so now we have our packages. Everything is really as far as the rules. Now we still have to answer. There's one remaining thing that we need to discuss. It's related to the questions that we had from members, related to the, not the procedures, but the rules and the things. So I will let Michael to explain it to you, because what's going to happen, to give you the heads up, we're going to talk about this Article 16, where the council might, meet together, and then we're asking this, and then we will discuss at lunchtime, and we'll come back after lunch to make the final decision. So we're not planning to close the meeting right away, but I will ask Michael, to our legal advisor, to give us the heads up on how we will proceed.
Thank you very much. Since the members, or at least some that spoke, are disputing the arguments or legal basis that we have put forward. And since the legal basis that has been brought forward by some members is not workable and cannot be used, we will put this question on the table of the council, and the council will meet during lunchtime, and they will consider whether to make use of its competence under Article 16, paragraph 3, litera E, which you see here on the table, where it said that read it, the full text. The vice presidents monitor the work and the activities of the respective technical committees, including their administration of the technical rules. If the respective vice president concludes that technical rule changes and/or ISU communications proposed by the competent technical committees are in conflict with the ISU's policy and/or result in excessive expenditures and/or are not consistent among the ISU's board disciplines, and/or their implementation is untimely or premature, for example, too close to the Olympic Winter Games, or impossible to implement safely in the given time frame, the respective vice president has the duty to inform the council, allowing a council evaluation and decision. Now this the vice president has done, and the council, however, wishes to hear your opinion. And but we do not yet know whether the council wishes this. We need a decision of the council whether to do so. Therefore, we kindly ask you that you will be patient and reconvene as the chair will order after lunchtime. And in the meanwhile, the council will sit, make a decision, and you will be properly informed after lunchtime. In case the council will decide to hear your opinion, you will receive more or less a motion text which will be very similar to the one that the technical committee had offered, but the technical committee had withdrawn based on the doubts that have been raised with regard to a proper legal basis. This is what we can inform you now, and I kindly ask you for your patience, as already told.
Thank you, Michael. So it means that we will end this part of the meeting for today, for this morning. We would take the time to meet with the council, and we would reconvene at 1:30. I don't think it will be very long because, we will, depending on the discussion we'll have, but at least we'll be in respect of all the rules that we have in place. So without any, if you don't have any questions or anything, we will now stop the meeting and then reconvene at 1:30 this afternoon. Thank you. Oh, so, Harry, sorry, just before, I'm sorry. I had promised to Harry that you could have your time to speak, so just before we leave, sorry about this, please, Harry, move forward and with your comments. 1 minute, you said.
Yeah. Ari Zakarian, Armenia Figure Skating. I just have a simple question. I'm talking about the singles rules. With all respect, technical panel done a great job. I love it. I have only one question. We're talking about the jump. 7 jumps minus 1 jump. Does everyone really understand here? And is all the other delegates are in support of that to take from 7 jumps to 6 jumps? I just want to know that. If that's what it is, I'm done. I have no questions. But I want to know, do everyone here understand that we are taking from 7 jumps minus 1 jump, it's going to be 6 jumps? Is everybody agree with that? Jump elements, yeah. But I just want to make it clear, because it was before like 8 jumps and then became 7. Now, maybe next time it's going to be 6 or 5 or even less. So this is quite an important part for, at least for myself. Can we somehow maybe ask like to put a green card or a red card specific for this question? I mean,
Yes.
only one thing I'm talking about.
Ari, I think your question is relevant. I will wait after when we'll come back this afternoon, because for me I don't think we're at the time to debate. I think everybody has the information with the rules. I think it's pretty clear personally, but we will put this in the context when we'll come back this afternoon, when we'll come up with the proposal from the council. But again, you will have another opportunity to discuss this. But I would like just to put things in order so that now we have the technical packages. I think everybody voted on, were aware on what they were voting on, or rejecting, not voting, but rejecting. So I would leave it as it is now, and then we'll discuss after this afternoon that release. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Vice Chair,
Yes.
I would just like to say I'm thankful that our legal advisors have advised us with some clarity on the process going forward. So just thank you. It has been a journey to get here. We did it together, and we all have the same objectives and the same interests in mind. So thank you, and we look forward to seeing you after lunch.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your trust. Thank you. So we'll reconvene at 1:30 this afternoon. Thank you. Okay.